Welcome back to another Bows Only channel. Last time we ended off getting Yoimiya. But today we're going back to the Archon story quest. Now, I did record this before we got Yoimiya, so she is not there for now. But, in the second part of the Archon quest, she will be there, trust me. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So, we start off the Liyue Archon quest by going to the Rite of Ascension to see if we can meet the Archon. You know, get some clues, hints on where her sibling is, because we're totally lost on our own. And once the Rite of Ascension starts, we get to see Lady Ningguang. I'm totally not a simp for her. She's just pretty, okay? Like, how can you not simp for her? Anyways. Something goes terribly wrong at the Rite of Ascension. And the Archon falls out of the sky. You know, like this is a normal Tuesday in Tibet. So, Lady Ningguang checks out what just happened because, you know, the Archon just fell out of the sky. And pronounces that the Archon is dead. So now the Millelith rush in. And, you know, since we're innocent, we're just gonna run away from the scene, you know? As all innocent people do. And so we sneak around the Millelith. I don't know how we didn't get caught. But we actually do end up getting caught. We step on like a piece of glass. And the Millelith spot us. But do not fear, for Mr. Child is here. So after Child rescues us, he takes us to the Northland Bank and tells us we gotta go meet the Adepti and tell them what happened, to clear our name. And so we head up the mountains of Liyue and let each Adeptus know. Yo, your Archon Rex Lapis just died. And each of them is in disbelief.
Shin, utterly disappointing. Rex
Lapis? Assassinated? At the Rite of Ascension?
Rex Lapis. Assassinated? How can this—
And honestly, I would be too. Just imagine a powerful Archon who's lived for centuries, dying out of nowhere, just falls out of the sky, and that's it. Like, I would be in disbelief too. And for each of the Adepti, we have to overcome a little challenge. For the first Adeptus, we have to fight a giant group of Millelith. And honestly, with Farazan, this was not that hard. I'm gonna be honest. Not that hard. The one challenge that was a little annoying was getting one of the brothers out of the rock, and it's not like a hard thing to do with Amber's skill. It's just rather annoying and tedious. And for Cloud Retainer's domain, we really just had to light up pyro monuments, which was pretty easy. And after completing those little challenges, we go meet up with our boy Xiao, who's all emo and is like, You can't be around me. You can't be around me because you're gonna get hurt by my karma.
Too much contact with our world is breaking the rules.
We get it. So
mortal souls are not as robust as those.
We still need to talk to you though. You need to know that your father figure is dead. Okay? Okay. And for Xiao's challenge, we have to defeat this ruin guard and follow this little ghost around so that we can make almond tofu for him. Because if you can sway a person's mind, it's with food. Okay? As a foodie here, a way to a person's heart is food. So now that Xiao has some almond tofu in his system, we finally talked to him about what happened to Rex Lapis. And again, in disbelief, makes sense. You know, powerful god just dies. It is. So now we return to Child, let him know. We let all the Adeptus know that Rex Lapis is dead. And he's like, wow, you actually met all the Adepti. Now it is time to find someone. Someone who can break through the stalemate. And you know who that is? Mr. Zhongli!
Hi.
So we introduce ourselves to Mr. Zhongli here. And he lets us know that he's a little offended that the Qixing are not doing their job with Rex Lapis's funeral here. So we decide to do it ourselves. We go visit this man selling jade. And Zhongli's like, I'll take all the jade. It's like, girl, slow down. We don't have that kind of money. So after consulting with Mr. Zhongli about how we can't buy all the jade, we come to the agreement we'll just take the perfect cut of jade instead. So we have to go fire it up to see which one shines the brightest. So we head over to Guadalupe Gorge. I can't say it right for the life of me, but you get what I'm saying. So we bring it over there to heat up all the jade. We fight some hilly churls. Pretty easy with Farazan here. I'm so thankful we got Farazan early on in the game. After defeating the hilly churls, we start heating up the pot. Amber does a pretty decent job at heating this pot up. Kind of slow, but not too bad. And these hilly churls are so annoying. Oh my god. Just let me heat up this pot in peace. Okay. Let me heat up this pot in peace. But with Farazan, we low-key destroy him, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And we get back to heating the pot. But these hilly trolls keep coming. They keep coming back to fight me. It's like, this is not your pot, okay? Let me heat up my jade in peace. You don't need to fight me every 2 seconds. Just let me borrow this pot, okay? Just let me borrow it so I can heat up the jade, see which one I want, and then I'll be on my way. Okay? No need to start fighting me. So, we see which one is shiny. I was not paying attention to which one was shiny, not gonna lie. So, I picked the wrong one. My mom's like, weren't you paying attention? Nope, I was not. But we get it second try anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Then we go get some other stuff, like silk flower. Zhongli's like, I'll take it all. Again, we don't have that kind of money, Mr. Zhongli. But we end up buying the silk flower anyway, and now it's time to go around town asking all the ladies where they get their perfume. And in turn, that leads us to find the woman who actually makes the perfume. And she teaches us her ways. First, we have to go get some water. And I kind of got stuck trying to get the water. Why would you put a food cart in the middle of the street like that? Anyway, we get the water, we bring it back, and now we need to craft some essential oils with the silk flowers we bought. And now we can make the perfume. So, after making the perfume, we head back to Mr. Zhongli here, and we have to offer them to the statue, I guess to see which one Rex Lapis likes the most. For what reason? I forget. I was kind of skipping through the dialogue here because I've done this a million times. So we're just kind of speed running it here. And it looks like Rex Lapis likes the one for mature ladies. I I mean, I guess that makes sense. And Mr. Zhongli decides to be a little bit funny with it.
This has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
And now we head to the last step of gathering all the things we need for the funeral here, which is, in fact, the cleansing bell, which apparently Miss Madame Ping has. So we head over there, and she is like, girl, it's been a long time since I've touched the cleansing bell. I know it's in this teapot, but you're gonna have to go find it for me, because it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. So we enter the teapot, and this domain, not too bad, because you know who we have? We have Farozan here. I know I've been glazing Farozan like this whole video, but she's just too perfect for this account, okay? I know Venti groups enemies together and can swirl, but she does the damage, okay? She does the damage. I know Venti early game does a decent amount of damage, but Farozan, come on! She is like made for this, okay? She can be support or sub TPS, okay? So we defeat those Electro Slimes pretty easily until our worst nightmare comes. The Geo Slime. Now, usually I wouldn't have a problem with this, but since it is a bow only account, my god, my hatred for this thing is unreal. Baron Bunny misses like half the time. When Baron Bunny is about to explode, the Geo Slime just flies up into the air half the time. So Baron Bunny misses, and then we can't break the shield. I just can't with this Geo Slime, okay? You need Geo to like break the shield easily. Maybe when we get a girl, this will be easier. I'm not really sure about that one. I feel like Baron Bunny might do a better job than Goro, but we'll have to see once we get him. But yeah, we defeat it finally. That took like 10 years. And thankfully, we don't have to do any crazy glitches in this domain. I don't think you usually have to do that anyway. So yeah, pretty easy. And just some... It's mostly just slimes. So nothing too, like, crazy enemy-wise. The only annoying thing is Baron Bunny missing half the time. But what can you do about that? It's Baron Bunny. And okay, low-key, this spider is, like, soloing me here. Like, how could a spider almost, like, kill me, man? But thankfully, that spider let us group up all the enemies, so I guess that's the upside. And yeah, no troubles here with Farozan, you know? She is the best. Nothing else you can do there. And Amber, she is putting her weight in a decent amount, mostly with her ultimate. Not really sure about Baron Bunny here. I love the dude. Okay, Baron Bunny's cute, you know, he dances around, but I wish he could do a little more, and that's okay. We can all have a little bit of a standard when it comes to characters.
It'd be nice if we had one of these
so yeah. And no crazy, like, pyro monuments here, so we finish the domain pretty easily, and we get the cleansing bell.
Oh.
Now that we have made our way to the cleansing bell and out of the teapot, we figure out Madame Ping is an Adeptus. I guess that wasn't very obvious. When we entered, you know, a giant teapot. But now that we have the cleansing bell, we take it back to Mr. Zhongli here. And it looks like we have, I think, pretty much everything we need for this little funeral ceremony, whatever you want to call it. And now we go negotiate with some other people,
Bring help? Adventure.
because we just need, like, the finishing touches
a most
for this
fair
little funeral setup. And my god, I've always been so bad at negotiating in this game. I put it like halfway or a little bit less than halfway of what they want, and they still get mad. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just bad at this game, okay? Okay, here, I'm not sure why I immediately put the bar like almost all the way down.
That's too little.
I know that was a bad move, but I feel like my other choices have been like that. I feel like that choice was fine, but he's still being sassy with it. It's like, okay,
This price will do.
you want your money, I got it.
Let me see.
You're doing a hustle.
No problem.
Done.
And for this one, I decided to be a little bit more reasonable. And the guy's like,
Let me
okay,
think.
yeah, that's reasonable.
Deal.
So, I'm sorry, child. We, like, gave away all your money. But it's not my fault. I tried my best, okay? I tried my best. After rendezvousing with Mr. Child and letting him know about our losses. Which, again, not my fault. Okay? Not my fault. But now we head to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicinal herbs. But before we get to that, Chi-Chi scares the living daylights out of us. To get the medicinal herbs we need, Chi-Chi wants us to go on a quest to look for some Cocoa milk. And I guess we gotta go look for that. Otherwise we can't have what we want. And so we go to the Guizhong Ballista to look for the Cocoa, I'm assuming. When this Helichurl decides to swing at me through the wall. And you can play that game, Helichurl, because I have Farzan, who can hit through the walls as well. And yes, I did decide to take out the whole gang of Helichurls just because of that one. Okay? You don't want to mess with me or Farzan. That was your choice. And now you're paying for it. So, I hope you're happy. But, now we make our way to the Guizhong Ballista, finally. And we learn that it is broken. So, we gotta go fix it. And, low-key, I forgot how to get to the supplies. I should have noticed the windows that have giant holes in them. But, I decided to go the other way around and see if I could enter through there. And can you?
I haven't been a child for
If you
many,
had
many
Geo Traveler, maybe, yeah. But you know what we had? We have Baron Bunny. So I decide, oh, maybe I can throw him in there. And I kind of did get him in there, but not far enough to where it worked. So I decided to go back around because I'm just smart like that, and I finally remembered how to get in there. So we get some supplies to fix the Guizhong Ballista. And now that it is fixed, we look around to see if we can find the Cocoa Goat. And what do you know? There is none. There is nothing there. However, treasure hoarders decide to show up and claim that the Guizhong Ballista is theirs, but it's not. So we gotta fight them. In the rain? Oh my god, the rain, perfect timing, because I could actually swirl stuff. Yes, I could swirl Pyro if everybody decided to hit an enemy, but you can't really rely on that. So, thank you, Rain. You're a lifesaver.
Dare to mess with me?
And you know what? The rain boosts Baron Bunny's damage if it actually does hit an enemy, so that is an upside.
Too late for regret.
And, you know, these enemies pretty easy with Farzan. What can I say?
We'll see about
She
that.
is just the best girl here. So yeah, nothing to worry about with these treasure hoarders. And now that we have defeated them, we go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy, let Chi-Chi know there was nothing there, and can we have our stuff now? And Chi-Chi is giving us a hard time. But don't worry, because Baishu shows up, who is the actual pharmacist here. And we finally get our stuff at a,
3 million
I
more.
would say,
Top quality.
a high
Might as
price.
well just rob the golden house.
3
But
It's a
we
crazy
kind of need it
number.
for
We'd never be
the funeral here, so
This is
I guess It doesn't really matter. And Child decides to show up and laugh at us about the Coco Goat.
I'm almost
Like,
in
if you were
tears
in
over
our
here.
shoes,
Thank
maybe
you.
you
That
would
was
do the
best
same
laugh
thing
I've
we
had in a
did.
long-
Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
We
Doctor,
need
but if
the
your
herbs,
pharmacy needed-
okay?
Strange.
We need them.
Coconut milk.
So laugh all you want, Child. Laugh
yes,
all
of
you
course,
want.
Chi.
And we also learn Child has been spying on us, if that wasn't obvious enough. I think it's pretty obvious. Not because I've done this quest like 100 times, but it kind of is like he's a Fatui member, and, you know, we're looking for all the Archons, so put 2 and 2 together, I feel like it makes sense. But now that we've gotten everything, pretty sure we've gotten everything, Mr. Zhongli decides to take us to this little hole in the wall, and we get to learn a story about Ningguang. And that's where the video is going to end. And in the future, we will do the full Archon quest in one video instead of 2 separate parts. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps.